After a successful 2-year campaign against an invading Thargoid force, humanity now pauses to catch its collective breath. A legion's worth of new and returning players find themselves with a galaxy of possibilities open to them. If this is you, here's a look at the wide range of gameplay options that Elite Dangerous has to offer. And I'll throw in some tips, builds, and inspiration to get you going. Let's do this. Exploration in Elite Dangerous is more than just traveling from system to system. There are 400 billion star systems out there. And oh, by the way, over 99% of them haven't been discovered yet, which means every jump holds the potential for first discoveries, which immortalizes your name in the game itself.
Congratulations. My databanks indicate you are the first ever human visitor to this system.
And it also gives you a chance to see something in the game that literally no one else has witnessed yet. Have you ever watched the sunrise from an alien planet? Ever raced through a canyon that's over 8 kilometers deep? Ever explored the terrifying mysteries of an ancient alien site? Well, with the freedom to roam in any direction you choose, it's all out there and waiting for you. More good news is that the gear you'll need for exploration is very accessible. Here's an example of an ASP Explorer with no engineering and a total cost of under $24 million. Here are some things to note. You're going to want a good jump range. So on your core modules, your biggest upgrade is going to be an A-rated frameshift drive. The SCO version will greatly decrease your travel time inside a system as well, so I highly recommend that option. As for everything else in the core, go for D-rated modules as they will be the lowest mass, which gives you a boost in jump range. As for the optional internals, adding a fuel scoop will effectively give you unlimited range out in the black, so get a good one. Next up is an auto field maintenance unit. You'll want one of these to repair your FSD after performing neutron star boosts for extra range. If you need more info on boosting, I'll have a link to a video below. Next, you'll want a shield generator. I threw in a class 3 here, which should be just fine for protecting you from an extra hard landing here and there. And for planetary excursions, you'll need a vehicle hangar for an SRV. Next, it's never a bad idea to have some cargo space handy. And lastly, you'll want a detailed surface scanner for scanning planets for points of interest, and a few extra discovery credits as well. So this build will get you almost 40 light years of jump range, which is fantastic for a no-frills, no-engineering build. Now, if you want to go even further, here's a few suggestions. You can add a Guardian FSD booster for an extra 10 light years, and if you fully engineer your FSD, you'll get around a 70 light year range, which is exceptional. But even without these additions, that ship should be everything you need to get started. Side note, I'm planning on making an in-depth everything you need to know video on exploration, so hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Now, while you're out exploring, feel like making a little cash? How about a lot of cash? If you like exploring, and you want to add in what just might be the most profitable activity in Elite Dangerous, Exobiology is for you. It offers you an opportunity to discover alien life across the galaxy's vast uncharted worlds. If you're unfamiliar, Exobiology involves stepping out of your ship and exploring on foot, and using a genetic sampler to collect biological samples from the life forms that you come across. The journey itself is fun and rewarding.
Congratulations, Commander. This looks like the first time we have found a grey Clippius lacrimam.
But it's also hard to ignore the cash that comes with it. The exploration build I mentioned before is everything you need for your ship. The only other requirement is an Artemis suit, which can be purchased from any Pioneer supply shop. This video, linked below, has everything you need to know about exobiology, so give it a watch. Did Thargoid combat stir something inside of you? Do you like to wake up and choose violence? If you love fast-paced, skill-based combat and the thrill of high-stakes dogfights, bounty hunting in Elite Dangerous might be perfect for you. Bounty targets are plentiful and easy to find. If you're looking for your first targets, you can hit up common hotspots, like resource extraction sites, or nav beacons, and certain signal sources. Or, if you want to join a side between two warring factions, Look for a conflict zone and join in the fight. Every kill you make will earn you bounty vouchers that can then be redeemed with the issuing faction. If you really want to make a career out of bounty hunting, check out the mission list at any station. As you gain reputation, you'll get more profitable and more dangerous missions to undertake. Beyond that, the plethora of different weapon types that are available really adds to the replayability. Railguns, fragment cannons, seeker missiles, plus a bevy of upgraded special weapon types that can be unlocked through power play or other means. Now, I will freely admit that I'm not the best pilot in the world, but if you're someone that's into ship and weapons customization and honing your pilot skills, then bounty hunting can be extremely rewarding. But like most things in Elite Dangerous, there are even playing fields for every player, no matter their level of skill or equipment. Mining, laser mining specifically, is how I made my first billion in Elite Dangerous. It's a great way to make money early on in the game, and the great thing is, the profits tend to scale with you. You can start out small, and as your fleet and your abilities expand, so do your potential profits. It takes very little cash to get started, and the money you make will pay for your ship and gear as soon as your first trip. With the right environment and a little know-how, profits of over 100 million an hour are routinely available. But putting aside the profits for a bit, mining is still one of my favorite activities in Elite. It's methodical, almost meditative, and a great way to just chill out for a bit. And if you want a little more excitement and a little more boom, there's core mining. Rather than abrading the materials off the surface of the rock, you'll get to set explosive charges around it, blow it to pieces, and then harvest the minerals from the inside. It's a little more involved and takes a little more patience, but man, is it satisfying. As for equipment, for laser mining, you'll need a mining laser, prospector and collector Olympic controllers, cargo racks, and a refinery. For ships with more hardpoints, you can add in some weaponry to fend off pirates as well, but it's not absolutely necessary. For core mining, swap out the mining laser for a seismic launcher and an abrasion blaster, a pulse wave analyzer to find the right rocks, and you're good to go. Now, there's a lot to cover here about where to mine, how to get the most out of your mining runs, and where to sell your quarry. For all that info, I recommend checking out the following videos that will tell you everything you need to know to make millions in minutes. Trading in Elite Dangerous is one of the most accessible and rewarding game loops, especially for new players looking to build up their credit balance. At its core, trading is about buying goods at a low price in one location and selling them for a profit in another. But there's more to it than meets the eye. It's a loop that rewards planning, exploration, and a bit of market savvy. So, why should you try trading? First, it's a straightforward and relatively safe way to make credits. Unlike combat, trading doesn't require much risk. Stick to secure systems, and you can avoid danger altogether. It's also a fantastic way to explore the galaxy while learning how different economies work. With some planning, you can find highly profitable routes using either the in-game tools or the plethora of third-party apps that are available. What makes trading exciting is the freedom to scale it to your own playstyle. You can keep it simple with short-haul routes, or dive into more advanced strategies like smuggling illegal goods for higher risk and higher reward. It's a consistent way to fund upgrades, explore new systems, or even save for that glorious fleet carrier. The other thing is kitting out a ship for trading is pretty simple. Early on, ships like the Hauler or the Adder are great entry points, but as you grow your credits, ships like the Python or the Type 9 will allow for much larger profits. Obviously, cargo rack space is going to be a focus to maximize your payload. And to make your travel time as short and efficient as possible, grab a good fuel scoop and spring for an A-rated SCO-capable frameshift drive. So whether you're aiming to upgrade your ship or just enjoy the galaxy at your own pace, trading is an excellent choice. It's a play mechanic that can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be, and it offers a consistent way to fund your other adventures. The great thing about Elite is that you don't need to pick one or two of these tracks. In fact, I would highly suggest that you try them all, and come back to each one when the mood strikes. And oh, by the way, Elite in VR is awesome, and even an entry-level flight stick and throttle will really take the experience to the next level. So drop me a line in the comments, and please do shoot me a like and subscribe if you enjoy my work. Other than that, Fly dangerously, Commanders. I'll see you next time.